We'll put you at our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Black Keys and Pat Benatar and lots of other bands playing too. In the breaking news earlier that Olivia Newton-John died, I neglected to mention that an actor by the name of Roger E. Mosley died. He was famously TC on the old Magnum P.I., the Tom Selleck Magnum P.I. show. Rick and TC were these two pals of his. Larry Minetti was the actor who played Rick. He's still alive. Roger E. Mosley played TC. He was the helicopter pilot, and he died after a very serious car accident. He had a major car accident. If only he had been in a helicopter. Roger Mosley. He had acted, his whole life, but he was best known from Magnum P.I. He was Theodore Calvin on the show, hence the initials, TC. And he got into a huge car accident on Sunday that paralyzed him from the shoulders down. Jeez. And then he died shortly after that. Magnum P.I. was on for almost a decade. They did a reboot a few years ago of Magnum. I don't think anybody watched that, but they put him in that too. But he would show up in he was just a television character actor. You'd see him on Walker, Texas Ranger. You'd see him on The Love Boat. They had a RoboCop TV show for a little while that he was on. He was that guy. Roger E. Mosley. R.I.P. Bert Fields also died. His name, I wonder if Poundcake knows the name Bert Fields. He was the attorney to the Stars. He was the guy that defended Michael Jackson against all the kid diddling charges back in the day. Bert Fields was a very famous celebrity attorney.
I thought that he had... Was he the one with the long, white hair, long gray hair?
Mm-mm. No, Bert Fields was... he defended... he represented the Beatles... And he represented when, the Daily News or something accused Tom Cruise of being gay, and he sued them for libel. Bert Fields was there.
I don't remember that guy. I don't remember him defending Michael Jackson.
But he defended Michael Jackson when he got all those molestation charges. If you wanted a guy that was going to go in there and kick ass in Hollywood,
see, I know
you got Bert Fields. He was a guy that early on was defending Harvey Weinstein.
And he's dead?
I know Tom Mesereau.
Tom Mesereau was another guy.
Okay.
Bert Fields, died.
No, Harvey Weinstein. He's dead.
Harvey Weinstein is not dead. He's still going through court, or he's in prison, jail.
Right? He killed himself.
Harvey Weinstein?
Epstein killed
There's so many pervs out there, it's hard to keep them straight.
Well,
Jeffrey Epstein was the guy who did not kill himself, Mary.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
It was the early 90s when someone named Evan Chandler said that Michael Jackson diddled his son. And Bert Fields was the call that the Michael Jackson people made. He was the guy that you got if you wanted to mount a solid defense. George Harrison of the Beatles wanted to sue his business manager. He called Bert Fields. When Eddie Murphy was getting sued over Coming to America, he represented the movie studio. He wasn't a guy going for the underdog. He was a guy that was like, let's see, who's got the deepest pockets here? That's the person that I'm going to
business-wise
defend. Yeah, well, he's a businessman.
That's where you're going to make the most money.
Yeah. You're not out there to lose money. Magnum P.I. is still on Friday nights. Wow, is that true? The original one? Or the reboot?
Original. They're putting out new episodes all the time.
Wow. Tom Selleck's back there?
Yeah.
He's splitting his time between Blue Bloods and Magnum P.I.
He wears those little baby shorts still.
Chuck says Roger Mosley was an actual licensed helicopter pilot. I have found in the pantheon of helicopter pilots, that's the best kind to be.
Licensed?
Is an actual licensed helicopter pilot. You don't want to get up there. The people in the business call them whirlybirds, Bill. Whirlybirds. You don't want to get up in a whirlybird with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing.
Even deeper cut for that is Spinny Go-Go.
That's right. Yep, anytime Magnum found himself in a pickle with, ne'er-do-wells or Higgins. Of course, John Hillerman, the late actor that played Higgins, he did a fake British accent for that show. But he was a go-between for you Magnum P.I. aficionados. You'll recall that the person who was never seen on screen was the guy pulling all the strings, a guy named Robin Masters. He was the guy that was funding the whole project. And then, of course, the big reveal at the end of the series was that Higgins was, in fact, Robin Masters. Oh. Spoiler alert! For those of you who want to go back to the 80s, Tom Selleck, Magnum P.I. My apologies if you've just gotten into the series. That's what you get with me, as I am not a licensed helicopter pilot. If you like 80s cheesy horror movies, Clu Gulager died too. Night of the Living Dead, or one of the Revenge of the Living Dead, something like that. This guy Clu Gulager was a guy that I thought died a long time ago, but he did die. Alan Cox Show After Hours line for anybody who wants to leave messages there. You can certainly do it any time. Number's 216-986-8903.
Hey, this is Joel from Lorraine. First of all, Dum Cody should have weighed himself as soon as he got off the plane, because he's already lost a bunch of weight. Now he's got to do 20 more. Come on. And then...
Wait, when you got off the plane from Vegas?
Yeah, because
that's when it was supposed to start, but that it took him forever to weigh himself.
I see.
No, but
no matter what your weight was, you'd have to still be down
20 pounds.
20 pounds.
But
Right, but he's basically already lost 20 pounds.
Yeah.
But what
because
I'm,
of his 800
but
calories
he had
a day.
to keep it off.
but what
Yeah,
I'm,
but that's easier than losing another 20. He's got to lose 40 total now.
I'd have to lose 40 total.
40. You're also not going to be able to maintain an 800 calorie a day diet for the next 4 months.
I believe in you, Poundcake. 800 calories a day. Keep it going, bro.
Wow.
Nothing bad will ever come
now,
of this.
Mary's $200. Never said how she's got to pay it back. I'd pay it back in lunches.
Coins.
That he'll buy his lunch. It's like a $200 tab. Buy his lunches. That way he's going to be like, I'm going to buy the biggest lunch I can get. And next thing you know, he'll be fat again. All right, late.
Yeah, okay.
The whole reason why...
Could you buy him a $200 lunch?
I'm giving him pennies. He gets 3 pennies a day until I hit 200.
What a weird breakdown. 3 pennies a day.
Yep.
All right.
The whole reason why I didn't weigh myself when I got off the plane in Vegas was because I weighed myself outside that restaurant in Vegas. And I was like, damn, a bitch is 200 pounds. So, no, I didn't weigh myself directly after, but I had already started my diet when I stepped off that plane.
You'd think they would have a scale at the Vegas airport.
Why?
Yeah, no,
Why
they didn't.
not?
They didn't.
They got everything else.
Well, they got him.
Get on the scale.
They got to weigh your luggage somehow, so get on
Can I
that.
stand up there real quick? I gotta settle a bet.
My mom
Real
was
quick.
My mom was cracking up. She was like, "It smells like reefer in this airport." I said, "Mom, it's
Reefer.
Las Vegas." She's like, "So it smells like reefer?" I'm like, "Mom, it's legal here."
By the way, it smells like pot everywhere now. Everywhere.
She didn't understand it. She's like, she's like, this is a place of business. This is a place of official business.
Smoke weed every day.
Pot is an official business.
I love
That's
that she
why
calls
when
it
we
reefer.
Reefer.
Yeah.
Reefer.
Smoke weed every day.
When we move downtown, which looks like it might be in the next week and a half.
I'm so excited.
When we move downtown, we're no longer going to be worried about poop smell or whatever else, because everywhere smells like weed now.
Whatever,
Oh,
I'm
but there's a
excited.
lot of poop smell, too.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
That garage has
But the weed smell. Oh, it smells like poop in the garage?
There's stairwells and stuff that I've encountered bad smells in.
Yeah, that's because you're farting in the stairwell.
No. These are not fart smells. This is pee and poo smells. And you can trace it back because there's evidence.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be so many things we can't foresee about working downtown.
It's gonna be awesome.
That people who have worked downtown for many years are going to be like, you newbies are going to love this.
You've worked in a downtown area before.
Not downtown Cleveland.
It's fine. I worked down there for years. I had 2.
Did you have
jobs down
stairwells
there.
full of pee and poop?
I was often sleeping in my car in the parking garage. So
Yeah, you were half out of your mind anyway. I'm
She was adding to the
I was gonna
pee.
say, she was a part of the problem.
Yeah.
a part of the problem.
Honestly, I wasn't fixing anything. It was-
Wow.
Throwing up outside of your window
Oh, yeah.
and then just like
I'm in between jobs, taking a nap in my car, and I just out and
I
come
can't-
back in, go out the other side.
I've only one time been walking. I was already paranoid because I always think people are watching me. But I'm walking back to my car in the middle of the night, going into my parking deck. I forget where I was coming from, but I'm going into the parking deck to get my car, and I hear someone shuffling around the car. So I'm like, someone's gonna rob me. I was like, this is it. This is it. It was a girl. It was like a mom taking a pee in between two cars. Like she was quiet. You can see her. And then you just feel the water trickle down because it's a slanted garage. So it's like there's a puddle. I'm like, oh my god,
Feel it from a mom.
No,
Why?
you can see it like rolling downhill because it's slanted.
That's why it's slanted, so that all the pee doesn't collect.
It was some mom squatting, and she said, excuse me, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yeah, it's the old mom squat.
Thought you were a burglar or like a robber.
A burglar.
A burglar. I thought you were a burglar. No, I'm just unloading before I go home and see the kids. We had a girls' night. Let me try to get you to Vegas. What a way to set this up. Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is in a few weeks. You and a pal can be out there. Fly you out, put you up, get you tickets. Black Keys, Pat Benatar, whole bunch of other acts as well. And we'll throw you $1,000 to boot. This is the one chance you'll get from me today. So listen closely and good luck.
Hey, it's Rover. Time for your shot at $1,000 and a VIP trip to Vegas for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword LUCKY to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info, standard data, and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's LUCKY to 200-200. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Viral fast food stories, as we see them come out, they're rarely good on either side of the counter, right? Mm-hmm. If it's not somebody screaming or pulling a gun because their fries are lukewarm, it's somebody behind the counter punching someone in the head or doing something. But McDonald's is running a series. Have you seen their crew ads on television?
No.
Crew ads, where clearly they're trying to put a good face on the people that they have working for them. Like, our people, every company says, our people are our greatest asset. You know what I mean? Like, you just, there's a card they feed into the back of a robot. They go, our people are our greatest asset. Because it sounds good. Nobody means it, but it sounds good. But these crew ads are strange because they'll have like these little, it's animated and it's fine. And they'll be like, we were ordering our food and my daughter's tooth came out. And Jennifer handed me a cup to put it in. And you go, oh, that's nice. I mean, that sounds fine. And then they do another one. And it's just moving animation on the thing and no real people. And they go, my construction crew goes there every morning. We love to see Andre and Sandy.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, well, there's two more people. They're trying to say, yeah, our people are great. The third one I thought was real weird. He goes, I was in the drive-thru and it started snowing. Rachel came out and cleaned off my windshield so I could see. I was like, that's...
How
the
hard
other
was
two,
it snowing?
Yeah, the other two people, they're inside working, right? You're pulling through. Was she gonna come out?
Rachel goes above and beyond.
I thought that was a really weird anecdote. You're gonna come out because here's the problem: people are gonna start to expect this. I'll have nuggets and get out here.
Clean off my car.
Because it's raining. Clean off my car.
I just want to be able to take my order. I was stopping for a little bite on my way home from Cincinnati last night, and there was a line. It wasn't that long, but it wasn't moving forever. And then when I finally got up there was a sign, and I didn't get up there because they served people, just got tired of waiting, and they had a sign that said, we're out of this, and we have two people working. So bear with us.
Well, you know what they also haven't done over the course of COVID is they haven't changed the highway signs that say open 24 hours.
Right.
So you'll go off the highway 3 or 4 miles down a road to go get something to eat, and it's pitch black. And you're like, okay.
Is this going to happen?
Yeah, not the end of the world, but I mean, the highway signs haven't changed.
Yeah.
Did you end up going to the longest yard sale?
No, I was supposed to meet up with my buddy, and then he locked his keys in his car.
Oh, he pulled a mare.
And he was dealing with that all afternoon. By the time he got that figured out, it was too close to showtime. So,
do you have an old car? How do you? I didn't know people could still lock their keys in their car.
He didn't know that he could do that.
If you don't have a spare key, you can't get them out.
No, but like if your fob is in the car, a car will
Yeah.
still lock?
Yes.
His
Really?
message to me was
100%.
My car honks if I
Yeah.
had my fob in the car.
But do you have a push start or a key?
Key.
Oh, wow.
Switchblade
yeah.
key, yeah.
Mine doesn't do anything.
he said, I thought I had one of those cars where you can't lock your keys in the car, but I was wrong.
He found it the hard
Right.
way.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he had to deal with that for a little while because he is from Minnesota, but he's been living in Cincinnati for the past year, and so he didn't have his spare key because it was in like store. I don't know.
You had to call somebody? Or what do you
He had to get a locksmith to come out and let him in, but it was
Huh.
a whole ordeal. So
Keep a Slim Jim in that car.
didn't get to that, and
Would you have to stand there with him or what?
no, I was waiting for him to call me to meet him there.
Yeah.
And then he ended up going later, and I had to go do my show. So I was like,
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So just timing didn't work out.
You offer to go help him?
What am I going to
course
do?
he
What am I going to do? Break his window for him?
I don't know. How about Anne Heche, by the way?
What'd
See
she
the Anne
do?
Heche?
No. Take your shirt off? What'd she do?
You know, Anne Heche she's the pride of Aurora, Ohio. She's out there from the sticks. She has had a life, boy. You read about Anne Heche's childhood, holy Moses. Anne Heche, they think she was under the influence. They put a search warrant for like a blood sample or something because somebody thought that they had a picture of her in her car with a bottle of booze in it or whatever. Anne Heche is in her Mini Cooper, and she ends up like at some apartment complex. First, she smashes into a garage at an apartment complex, and then backs up, takes off again, and then crashes into a home, which the car explodes. The woman who lives there is like, I'm lucky to be alive. She was at the back part of the house.
We're all lucky to be alive. Aren't we?
Yeah, life, you know? Precious.
Anytime's luck, right? And so Anne Heche, they said she suffered severe burns, like the car was on fire when they went up to her. If you saw any of the aerial footage, by the way, you see them putting her, she's on the stretcher, and before they get her into this is from above, before they get her into the ambulance, she like sits bolt upright and starts thrashing around like they're trying to figure out what the hell's going on, but she crashed into this person's home.
Is she a scorned lover? Was there a tie to the home?
I think historically she's had some substance issues. I don't know. She's got some stuff going on. But she's married to somebody now, or I don't know.
Is she straight now?
I think she drinks a lot. No, I think she's with a woman.
Well, I thought she married
She
a
was-
dude after
she-
she was with Ellen.
I think she was
She's
married,
bisexual,
Yeah,
but-
married to a dude a long time ago, and then was with Ellen. I think she's who knows, but yeah, she's got some stuff going on.
She likes the
But
dog and the bun.
The car is fully charred, and they pulled her out and put her in the ambulance or whatever. And all the celebrities that are wishing her well, by the way, on social media are getting dragged. They're like, "What about the woman in the house?" Like, okay,
We don't know who she
they
is.
don't know that
can't
woman.
say
Yeah,
They-
that woman wasn't in 6 days, 7 nights.
That's right. James sent me a screenshot of the story this morning where it said that Anne Heche is currently incubated at the hospital but expected to
Aw.
survive.
She's
Oh, they
just
got her like
born.
she's all curled up. They got her in the little red, white, and blue blanket. She's all comfy. So yeah, Anne Heche blasted through some woman's house. And the only reason that the woman is alive is because she was towards the back of the house. Extremely fortunate to be alive, she says. Lynn Michelle, the woman who lost her home, her friends have started a GoFundMe.
Could you
The
imagine,
woman was at
though?
home with her dogs and her turtle.
You're just sitting with your turtle,
Yeah.
watching a movie, and then you hear a crash, and you go out and you're like, Anne Heche? Like, what?
Not
are
even
you
went
doing?
out. Her car, she said her car went almost all the way through her house and immediately caught fire.
That's crazy.
So it was like a TV show where like the gas tank explodes or something.
Makes me think of the hot dog sketch from I Think You Should Leave. The hot dog car.
Who did this? Somebody did this.
We're all just trying to figure out who did this. It's just like a hot dog. So is that guy.
Yeah. So Anne Heche is currently in stable condition, and the GoFundMe for the woman whose home she drove through. She said she lost her house and most of her belongings. This is in Mar Vista, California.
Mary, when I know we have to go to a break, but I think you're the only one that has been in an accident that you can remember or that you were conscious for. Did you have any type of PTSD from that?
No.
Was it because you were drunk or?
My cars a lot. Probably, honestly, when I would hit stuff and you're just like, oh, that.
But what about that
sucks.
one when after the cheating incident where you were texting the guy? That one's terrifying.
It's
When you
terrifying,
saying,
but
I can't
wasn't
believe-
paying attention. And it
Yeah.
was on the passenger side. I was texting, my car
your best friend's
drifted.
right, that's right.
My car drifted into the center lane. I was in the left lane, and a semi took off my passenger side door and blew out both my tires. It totaled my car.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know that was happening until it was already over. You know what I mean? That stuff
Can't
happens.
believe-
It happens so fast.
And you didn't freak out. You weren't
What are you gonna do?
but you weren't crying like hysterically, like
Well, sure, he was because of
in
the
shock.
cheating thing.
Well, no, because honestly, any accident I've been in, you kind of go into survival mode where you're like, is everything okay? What can I do? What's this? What's that? And then like a day later, you're like, man, that was messed up.
That was
I don't
messed
think I've
up.
ever
Man, that was messed up.
The
Did
Did
only
the semi truck
accident-
stop?
Oh yeah, they stopped like way up the road though, but their truck was fine. Nothing happened to the truck.
Did he say you dumb broad? Like,
No, the cop was more concerned. I was trying to get a spare tire out of my trunk. But
He's like, "Sweetie, it's
I
gone."
had helped my sister move that week, so I had a bunch of my sister's crap in my truck. So I was pulling out like blenders and like baskets of clothes and things out of my
Living in
truck. On
there.
the side of side. They were like, this poor girl, like she just lost her home too. How sad is this? But yeah.
oh my goodness.
That's the sound of the police.
Check your phone,
You don't
Mary.
have time to freak out when that kind of stuff's
I
going on.
sent you a video of the car crash.
Oh no. Oh my God, I hate you so much. Nothing, you had to go to a break.
I'm just trolling her because the guy that she used to hook up with makes really bad TikToks.
They're so bad.
Oh, yeah?
They're so bad.
Oh, well, good for him. He's trying to be an
No,
influencer.
he's just, it doesn't matter.
He influenced you to watch him.
No, she tries not to watch him. I
Bill
send them
sends
to
them
her.
to me.
He influenced Bill to troll you.
He's doing like this series that they get like 14 views each, and he's done like 100 of them. And I'm like, what are you doing?
He's
dude?
bored. Alan, there's ring videos of Ann Heche flying down the street at like 100 miles an hour before the crash. Yeah. Yeah, that's how you plow through someone's house. You're not going 35 and a 40. I got a break. I will have those Korn tickets for you. Korn and Evanescence, and special guests are going to do Blossom on August the 23rd. It's a few weeks from tomorrow.